Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pathfinder Kingmaker. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're supposed to join me today as we go to the lone house over there. And we're not going to the witch's hut right there because we're going back home. That's right, we need to explore, we need to do things, but we need to go home as well. So we've been to everywhere as far as I know. There's just a few places that we haven't been to and all that sort of stuff. Also, an easy way to tell if I've been, like, for example, this isn't a location. That's just that's one of an interactive storytelling thingy. It will tell me, for example, the Kobold Trade is the same thing. It will tell me you have not visited this location. If it is a location, it's not very easy to tell or very easy to understand, but it is possible. So I like it, and I also really like that we don't need to sleep, even though we're absolutely exhausted. We're absolutely exhausted. Let's go. Travel 3 hours. Why do you tell me? It's just okay. It's fine. Let's not do that. Let's rest here because this might be. Ooh, I shouldn't have. No, we hunted. Did we use rations? Well, it's easy to tell, I think, because I can manage. I did not use rations. Look at us doing things properly. Let's go into the lone house and see what's going on in here, because it might be just a quest complete. If I remember correctly, this is where we first found the score to settle. Vengeance is done. Kardak will never again threaten innocence with his stinky maw. Too bad Ekun wasn't there to see it. We'll have to tell him about this. Yes, we will. Yeah, this is where we first found the trolls. But I don't know. What's going on here? I don't need. Oh no, maybe I do need to go over there. Let's find out. I don't think we left anyone alive in here. This was, of course, where one potential counselor, well, whatever, was killed. But also where that guy was, and maybe we can talk to him, but I doubt it. Because we can't go back there. So really, there's nothing here. Okay, let's go back and continue our journey home. So, we're not too far away, so we'll just travel over there. Turns out we didn't need to sleep, but, yeah, that's not bad. I mean, I could reload from before, and there we go. Let's go into our kingdom. I assume at least one of those exclamation marks is just telling me that things are good. Maybe not. We have a region. Claim the South Gnarl Marches. That's, I think I pronounced it well the second time around. Declare the South Gnarl Marchers a part of your kingdom, and I am gonna need either Amiri or Octavia for this. I also am gonna need build points. Those are... I'll be fine. So we got regions. I will want that, and the Gnarl Marchers are over here. I'll definitely want that, especially if I want to go back there. It's another reason to do things fast, because that way we can optimize things. Let's see if we have a new advisor. We do not. We do not have a new advisor. We do have a new curse, but we don't have anything. Oh, wait a minute. That's kind of bad. Nature, of course, is for Tartuk, and I don't... Why do I need an economical advisor for that? A treasurer. Why? What is Tartuk like? What kind of curse does he have? Okay, so we have every little bit helps here. That's good enough. Let's just wait a little bit. A nasty rumor should be attended before the end of the year. A nasty rumor is spreading injurious to the Baroness's reputation. It's said that Brevoy wants more territory and that Lady Jamandi Aldori's people have already been dispatched to get rid of the local population and free up the lands for the colonizers. Yeah, we're gonna have time on that. That's not a problem. And a letter for the ruler. I need to go back to the throne room. That's fine with me. However, so that's those three. And then we have Tristan doing his thing. And then in terms of projects, we have Amiri. +1 bonus to resolving any problem with the general. Wait, what? Talented recruits? Yeah, I probably want that. And then we have Amiri as well. Support the general's endeavors. and that's gonna rank my military up. So I definitely need that. And what I will do, support the region's endeavors, that's gonna bring my community up. But I'm gonna bring my military up first. And I'm gonna do it right away. And I don't know if this is a good idea. Let me see if I can save from in here. I can indeed. That's good. That's good. So we have a quick save to do that. Let's bring our military up right there with Amory. That is gonna allow me, though, to make other people be capable of doing other things. Unless it's Amory. Well, I guess it's just not other people here. Octavia. Let's see if we can do anything with that. Octavia can't... Octavia can do this. So you know what I should do? I should do support Regent's Endeavor. And I should get Octavia to do some things over here. This is going to take 14 days. The Regent's Endeavor is going to take 14 days as well. So it's not a problem. So I'm going to do every little bit helps here with Octavia. That's going to do some things right there. And she's going to be better than we are. And over here, it doesn't tell me the difficulty, but I'm just going to go with Octavia. You cannot skip time while adventuring. Can I close that? Also, why can't I skip time while adventuring? It's not like there's no real gameplay reason why that wouldn't be the case. But I was just now realizing that I can't start. It's not the skipping time. That's not a problem. The problem is I can't start the I can't start that while adventuring. So it's very early. So what I need to do is I need to go back. We're getting a little bit fatigued, but we're gonna be fine. And I can enter. And I'll enter to the throne room right away, because that way we can finish one of the quests and mess around with the other things. I honestly thought we were gonna be teleported to this place if we started the project, but it turns out we can't start the project. That's the whole point. Your Grace, today a letter from Brevoy was delivered to the castle. It was written by Fredero Sinet, a paladin from the Order of the Eternal Rose. It appears that Sir Sinet is claiming right to one of your companions who was brought up in his custody. Well, I'll leave it to you to handle this delicate matter. I don't think it's delicate at all. Right to one of my companions. Right to one of my... What, is he gonna be companion to my companion? Is that what's gonna happen? Okay, well, can't do anything here. I can go right here and tell the storyteller all about the new things that I have. In your travels, pay special attention to items. Why was that? Is that a new line? Maybe. I brought some relics. Let's see what he says. Symbol of Torag. Token of the Dryad. One belonged to a dwarven smith, where he goes on about that, and we're good there. It's tricky for me to remember which conversations were had, because my detail that I remember is not the fact that it's a dwarven smith, even though that should be very simple. It's, there you go. The document was read and sent to the archives. The problem was completed, though. Really? Well, that's a surprise. Because, yeah, that's right there. Okay, that's short, at least. I like it. Let's see. The expensive monographed paper... I actually don't know what that means, monographed paper. I would like to know. Has a faint tangy smell. The lines in steady, delicate handwriting are decorated by whimsical curves. My dear Baroness Gilladel, I write these words with a heavy heart. The reason I take up my quill today will most likely upset you. The reason will upset me. Okay, very important. Quite recently I heard rumor that a lost soul once blessed with the mercy of my goodness has found shelter in your service. I'm speaking of the daughter of one of the most worthy and dangerous patrons of the Order of the Eternal Rose, who once made the mistake of leaving our ranks. I am deeply convinced that now is the time for her to return to the path destined her by divine will. I'm now traveling to the west, to the place that's been chosen for the Temple of Shellin that will be occupied by one of the young congregations of our church. I deem it necessary to diverge slightly from our path with but one purpose, to arrive in your lands and collect Valerie. Collect Valerie. May this journey be a cleansing pilgrimage for Shailene's chosen. Once judgment was clouded by the impulsiveness of youth, I request that you free Valerie of her vows. Does she have vows, actually? I don't remember. Maybe she does, but she's good. You can request all you like, but if she doesn't request, I can't do anything. Of your service, for fate has destined her to serve one who is above all. Direct the girl to the trading post that's on the border between your barony and Brevoy. There I will be expecting her with my comrades. I pray for your wisdom and mercy with deep respect and regards, Fredero Sinet. Now, what I would want to do is I would want to talk to her directly and tell her, hey, we're going there because you're in my team and I go to places. And I would love for her to be able to have a line for that. However, will she have a line for that? Oh, she's outside. Let's have a chat with her before we go into there. As it turns out, just as I exited... Well, actually, it's not just as I exited the castle. We're in the middle of God knows where. But Ekundayo is talking to me. You notice Ekundayo, who's clearly waiting for something. His face darkens as he looks at you. He turns towards you. I'm leaving, he says. Oh. What happened? You've made friendship with the trolls. His eyes are ice cold. The beasts who killed my wife, my daughter, won't take it, he says. Won't serve the Baroness who lets the trolls stay. Well, let's see what okay, that line is big, but it's not what I want to say. Where will you go? West, he says no more, obviously having no intention to go into any further details. Let's see what this line is. Come on, hit the road already and get lost as far as you can from here. Who knows? If you move really fast, you might even flee from the ghosts of your family. Oh, that's just... Why would I... I can't even tell him anything. Is be like, hey, that's not nice or good. See you later. Escort saddle. It is done. Actually... Well, it's gone. Yeah, good. Well, not good, because... Where am I? I need to select myself. Okay. So, might as well get some trading going on, and also seeing where Valerie is. Now, I thought Valerie was over there. There she is, okay. Let's have a chat with Azhoof over here. Let's see what you have, and I will offer that, and let's look at that. Price descending, please. Price descending, that's the one. And I can just sell all these things. Probably keep the tower shield, keep the rest. These things are not needed. One of them might be needed, I'll keep it. The rest of the stuff I'll keep for right now. And these things are quest items. These are... What? Other. Okay, so I'll sell duplicates. I have a lot of food. That's good for cooking. We'll keep it. Even though they're kind of heavy. I mean, I just need to figure out what I want to do with those. And get a little bit of money on that. That's pretty good. Okay, so trading done for the moment. Let's have a chat. Also, I'm pretty sure I don't need to come back over here to the tavern or anything. I think we did that already. That done. Let's have a chat with Valerie. I forgot her name. Glad to see you, she says. I'm gonna give her... Okay, I'm not going to give her the letter. I will save and then give her the letter, because if she keeps it and the choices are... I should show her the letter. The letter is to me. I am very possessive about my letters, Valerie. Valerie, I've received a letter from Fredero Sinet. He says I'm to free you from service and return you to Shellen. I'm going to say, but that sounds very weird, because it sounds like I will acquiesce. Valerie looks at you unblinking, and you see her eyes darken with an anger she can barely contain. Really? May I take a look at this letter? Is that so? Oh, and by the way, look at this. Apparently, somebody told me. Somebody taught me. In Russian, which is the original language of all this text, in Russian, there is this character, which is a mixture between the question mark and the ellipses, where indeed the ellipses... sort of merges, and the exclamation mark has the same thing. However, this is a mistake because it's English and there's no such character in English. So it's just, this is a holdout, I suppose, from the original text. But at least that explains why that happens, and it allows me to see that sometimes it might be an indication of if not necessarily what the original tongue of a text is, or original language of a text is, at least maybe the cultural influences that the people might have had. But this is a mistake nonetheless. Ellipses have 3 dots in English and in the vast majority of languages. In fact, every language except for Asian languages. In that I include Russian, even though Russian technically is an European language. But anyway, yeah, the ellipses have 3 dots. I see, she says, and takes a deep breath. After my rant about ellipses, I mean, no wonder. My apologies, Gilladel, she says. I seem to have become the reason for this message and the highly inappropriate demands it contains, she says. I know this person. Fredero Sinet is one of the mentors in the Order of the Eternal Rose, a true paladin of Shellin, one of those who insist they are right till the very end. He kept saying louder than anyone that Sheldon herself predetermined my fate, even when I was packing my things before I left. Looks like he never came to terms with me leaving since he found me even here. But the nerve, she says. The mistake, she's quoting, I think. Is that a quote? That is a quote. The mistake of leaving our ranks. Return to the path destined her by divine will. I'm pretty sure that's not the correct way of using the word destin. To destine someone is it's not a transitive verb. It doesn't work like that. Since when does Fredero fancy himself the personal harbinger of his precious Shellin? Her face scarlet red, doesn't seem to notice the letter crumbling in her hand. Okay, I'm not upset that I gave her the letter then. Enough, she says. We must put an end to this. Yes, that was my intention, to give you this, and then we go there and punch him in the face or do whatever you decide, because it's really none of my business, apart from whatever she wants to make my business out of it. Words. If paladins of the Order of the Eternal Rose require another refusal, then they shall get it, she says. I'm going to the trading post with you to meet Fredero. I serve you. It's as simple as that. It's my decision, and I'm not going to change it because someone from my past thinks otherwise. Oh, it's in Oleg and Svetlana's outpost. That's good. You do know we could just ignore the letter. No, well, she does. That's not. If you just throw this penance off my land, I'd be well within my rights. Nah. Yeah, it's time for us to visit Oleg and Svetlana's thing. And her smile she smiles faintly and nods. Okay, well, we have a next destination, but unfortunately it's gonna take a little while. Let's hope that this letter... No, it does not have a time thing, which is good. Okay, let's do our thing. So, this hasn't been started. Interesting. I wonder if I couldn't have started it in the wilderness. I'm thinking I could have. It doesn't matter because it's the same day. We didn't spend much time. Worried. Wait a minute. What the heck is that? The barony subjects are questioning their ruler's authority and actions. You receive 1 to all barony checks. No, you don't receive 1. You receive -1 to all barony checks. Huh. This happened last month. Sure. It's fine. Let's start that event. And let's get this one started as well. And watch the time go by, which could have been done automatically, but it isn't. And we're getting... Look at all that. It really would be good if you could pause that and just, take care of business. So we have succeeded, reached rank 2 over there. Pressed right over here. Zanki's offer, that is also done. But that's not what I want, is it? No, I want to click here. There it is. Trade tax is also successful. Trishan managed to make reasonable changes in the legislation to make it possible not only to close the loophole, rant about how that's not possible in medieval times, but also to replenish all the all the losses to the treasury. Not necessarily in medieval times, but I've ranted about that. Failure! Seriously? Well, that's that. The advisor failed to come to terms with the subjects. I actually noticed the DC was a DC 14, and she has... Was it that DC 14? She had a +5. Yeah, it's a 50% chance to succeed. At least nothing terrible happened. Everyone wanted the best projection for their own homes with no regard for their neighbors, as the funds were never even raised. Well, that's that. We have events over here. Cheap publicity. That sounds... Yeah, it was one of these things. DC 14. We're worried, so we're gonna need to figure that out. Let's see what I can do. That's Trishan and that's Octavia. Cheap publicity. A group of bards has offered to praise their ruler for a modest fee. Their songs will spread the news in the remote villages of Staglord's death. Yeah, not the villages of Staglord's death. That sounds a grim name for a village. And their songs will spread the news of the Staglord's death and the shift in power. Their songs in praise of the Baroness will keep the peasants loyal. Well, let's get Trishan in that, or on that, most likely. So I can do that. Without starting an event, it doesn't actually happen. I need to go to the throne room, that's fine, and I need to go to the throne room. That sounds good to me. Over here, what do we have? No advisors. Amiri, talented recruits, but I need to do something else with her, which is support General's Endeavor. That's going to bring my military up, so she's not going to be able to do that. There's nothing here. Yeah, so that's that. So what did I get you to do? A nasty rumor. I can do it like that. And also it should be attended. Yeah, let's do that one. Wait a minute, I didn't have that. Cheap publicity. Yeah, that sounds like a good compromise right there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's start it right away. I think that's a good idea. Start event, and then we need to do this. We can just click over there and see what this is all about. We also need to move, because we need to take care of Valerie's situation. Trishan is here. There's a look of determination on his face. I bring bad news from your subjects. Today, one of our citizens stopped me in the street and asked me to tell you something of import. Trishan ponders a while, as if he doesn't dare continue. You see, one of the traders who today sells imported specialties in the capital has not always led an honest life. Under the Stag Lord, he helped the bandits sell stolen goods, for a percentage, of course. This scoundrel was far from the fort on the day you struck the decisive blow against the Stag Lord and his band, and today he continues trading in plain view of those who he recently helped rob. I never rush to judgment, but you must at least arrest? How is that not judgment? At least arrest this merchant to oh, okay, right. I suppose arrest is the correct, but question. I can just go up to him and ask him to question him and give him a chance to repent. I think of those who see him in the streets every day, walking free and unpunished for his crimes. The people appeal to you for justice, Baroness. Yes. I can gain 30 BP. Arrest that shifty merchant immediately. He'll answer for the... it's like... I need to ask him about... I mean, he needs to pay. He needs to pay his share. I mean, you stole from other people, and then I should really give this to the people whom he stole from, but it's fine. Yeah, arrest that shifty merchant immediately. He'll answer for stolen goods... For selling stolen goods, even if it happened before my time. And I have lost economy on that. No, I've gained economy. I have gained 30 BP. That's all that matters. It's, of course, not the correct one. Why did I... What? Because he's a merchant? Sure. I guess it makes sense. I shall order that this merchant be detained. Of course, we will fully investigate all these rumors and get to the truth before we judge him. Yes. Also, it's not necessarily rumors. It's accusations. But, yeah. He's very dismissive of people who have been stolen from. Eneo, the traveling merchant. Well, here comes my +3 economy. Eneo, a half-elf merchant who recently appeared in the capital, falls to the floor in front of you. Jaethal stands beside him, looking quite unlike her normal self. Usually cold and stiff, the face of the undead elf now burns with rage, despite his nearness to his... Despite his nearness... Proximity? Sure. To his furious undead captor... Eneo looks concerned but unafraid. The distinction there being subtle but visible on the looks. If you allow me to speak, I can explain everything. I hope you can, half-blood. Otherwise... And Jaethal hisses and turns to you. Have I told you the sad story of my death? It's sad most of all because I don't remember how my life ended. I wandered exhausted through the wastelands beyond the borders of Kyonin until I could barely see my path. I stopped to rest, or perhaps I lost my consciousness. When I came to my senses, I heard the call of my goddess, returning me from the dead. Was it poison, magic, illness? Whatever stole my life away, it left no trace. I thought this mystery would haunt me forever, she says. But then I entered the shop of this half-blood, seeking some reminder of Kyonin. And what did I discover there? My very own dagger. Jaethal shows you an elven-crafted dagger with a chipped blade and empty sockets, where once gemstones adorned the handle. This dagger disappeared the same night I was taken by death. How could this half-blood have obtained it? Let him speak, Jaethal. Anger will not help us learn the truth. Although it might, especially if you make him afraid, but he apparently is not afraid. Which... What could that mean? That he's a good actor? Let's find out. That is why, and she pauses, respecting your authority, I have brought this pathetic huckster here, rather than getting the truth out of him by my own methods. She says, and I have received her dagger, which is interesting. And thank you very much, Jaethal. You could have not taken him here. I would have said that as well. There was a line over there, but it's fine. I'm glad that she did. The half-elf rises to his feet and sighs, putting his clothes in order. Thank you for allowing me to speak, Your Grace. The story is not very exciting, certainly not as exciting as my tale of the drunken regatta within the eye of Abendego. Yesterday, north of the city, I stumbled upon a dead boar. There was no one around, but the dagger was protruding from the miserable beast's neck. I don't know why the owner would have left it in the carcass. Perhaps the beast escaped from the hunter, taking along the weapon that had injured it. So I inadvertently decided to keep the item I'd found. That's not what inadvertently means. Thanking my luck and never suspecting the price I'd pay for it. I like this sentence, or I like this line of questioning. Well, it's good. It's a good line of questioning. I'm gonna say it. And now, you face serious accusations. Are you sure you can say nothing more in your defense? It's good because it's all passive-aggressive. And it also shifts the burden of proof onto him. Let's go with that. I would be glad if I could, but alas, the bright yellow-green... No. The bright yellow-green eyes of the half-elf are calm. The dead boar is my only witness, but I believe in your justice, Baroness. I have faith that you will investigate my story and sort everything out. Oh, I can investigate your story. Well, I wish that I could. I would put you in my jail, first and foremost, for, let's say, a reasonable time. 3 days at most. How about that? You'll be taken care of. You'll be attended to. And I'll even let you keep the dagger for right now. And I would be looking at Jaethal as I said that last line. But I can't go with that. That would be an interesting choice, but let's see what I can do. Where exactly did you find this carcass? Jaethal, listen to reason. We will investigate this matter further. Yeah, that sounds like good. Let's go with this one. Where exactly did you find the carcass? In the vicinity of the old sycamore. Of course, I'm sure you know where that tree grows. I found the boar to the west of the sycamore, in the direction of the Thorn River. Well, that would, you know, if we have been there. No, wait a minute. That might be a different area, though. Because we have been there and didn't see any boar. So if the boar is... Well, it all depends. We'll investigate it further. Let's start by checking Eneo's story and seek out this unfortunate boar. Unfortunate boar. Did I say unfortunate? I did indeed. Jaethal bows gracefully. I'm grateful. That's important to me. And you, Half-Blood, should pray for our success. If you're lying, I shall find a surer way to get the truth out of you. Yep. And he's gonna go free. This is not how I do justice. Turns out that Jaethal, our undead companion, doesn't know who killed her. Well, actually, the justice here is what is he really accused of, really? It's killing Jaethal. It's a bit of vengeance, really, I suppose. Well, we're going there, but first we're... let's see, an advisor waits... No, that's been gained. and the visitor was met. That's pretty good. We've got some projects. The problem here is that love of the people. I'm still worried, or people are still worried. The cost of building with a static loyalty bonus is reduced by 10%. Buildings with a static... Yeah, these don't have time limits. So... Support the counselor's endeavors. That's going to bring my loyalty up by 2. As far as I can tell, this doesn't really matter, because the only consequence is a -1 on all checks. So, it's not like... It's kind of... sure, it's a problem, but, you know, it's 5% change. It's not... Well, we did just lose with Amiri before, but anyway. My problem right now, let's look at our quests over here. Investigate my death. It doesn't have a time limit, so I will annex its regions over here. I will do this one here. Claim the South Gnarl Marches. Insufficient funds, it says. No, it isn't. I'll pay for it out of my own pocket. My adventuring pocket. Because we can buy build points from here. I don't know where they are, but they are in here somewhere. Let's see. Camping supplies. Those things are just too heavy to carry around. There's a bag of holding. It doesn't work as a bag of holding, but that doesn't really matter. I mean, it does. I mean, it's interesting how... Yeah, I like it. Yeah, good. It's just good. It's just good stuff. Unfortunately, we can't search there. I'm speechless right now. We have a bag of holding. That's amazing. That's amazing. What? Seriously, give me... Where the freaking hell is the... Yeah, I didn't see them, so... Can I sort by price ascending? Sorting by price ascending is good because I know more or less what the build points cost. And I think it's like 1,000 or 500. And they all also... I don't know what they look like. That's my problem. Let's see, 100... No, it's 500 or some golden ashtray. What? Sure, I mean, I can buy it. Yeah, I don't have... Are they there? So we have others. Dinosaur bone. Curious. Sort by price descending. Build points. They look like money. And they cost 80. Sounds good to me. I'll buy... Can I... I can't buy all of those. Yeah, that's ridiculous. So how many can I buy? Let's say 25,000 worth. Sounds good. How much would that be? 25. That's 25. So that's 200. Let's just go with 200. Because that's a good number. Somewhere around there, because we can't. It's weird. That should be enough. Yeah, it's good. Deal. Good. And we have now a bag of holding, which is going to do miracles, honestly. Because it's minus 200 weight, and we're just going to collect as many bags of holding as we can. Let's go back home. Or not home. Back to the outside world. The opposite of home. Because we're going to do this thing. 14 days. Sounds good. Yeah, really, I can't stop. I can pause. That's interesting. I mean, not pause. Go into the menu. Our claim has been successful. Your barony has expanded. It now includes the South Gnarl Marches, which is really good. Because that way I can just go right there and get those things, because I will get those things. Camelands or Camelands and the North Gnarl Marches and the Dire Gnarl Marches. You really want my tongue to explode, don't you? A nasty rumor has been successful as well. The advisors people managed to denounce the rumors. That's not how you fight a rumor. You don't denounce it. And cast its makers as drunkards, slackers, and big mouths who have nothing better to do. Now that's how you do the rumor. They were underpaid by a merchant whose business was doing worse under... Oh, that's a shame. It'd be good if they were doing better, because that way I could have taken all their stuff, and hopefully I did take all their stuff. The business was doing worse under the new ruler than it did under the old one, and he was holding a grudge against the queen, and I gained 3 loyalty like a boss. I failed on the cheap publicity. That's okay. It was cheap. And we have the Bronze Shields Fortress. 100 guild points required. I should have that. Pay tribute to the lands long gone dwarven settlers. Begin restoration of the old Bronze Shield Fortress and that section of the road shields. That sounds like a good time. We could put Amiri in there. It's going to take 30 days, so that's not too bad. And then we have some things. A letter from Brevoy. Well, I'll go and take care of that in a little bit. We have Bumper Harvest. Unfortunately, that needs to be taken care of right now. Taken care of right now, so I'll do that, or try to. I'm not clicking start event for right now, but I'll make decisions. This year, the gods have smiled upon the peasants, and this is going to give us loyalty. Is that really... I have so much loyalty. You don't even. Which could come in handy. I mean, I suppose it could come in handy. I'm not really sure. Those numbers are... These are just numbers for me right now. I don't know what... It's like investment in the future for right now. So I don't know what these are going to pay, but I'm glad. The grain crops are doing well, and stocks are bowing to the ground under the weight of the food they bear. Such fortune is rare. Who will decide what to do with the sudden wealth? Well, it's going to be Trishan, because it's the only option I have right now. And also over here, an amazing discovery. Octavia is going to do the amazing discovery. Some foreign treasure hunters found an amazing artifact at a dig site. It would be nice to obtain it, but how? It's interesting that it asks me, but how? Make a decision between all of your... the people that are there. Yeah, that's not a whole lot of decision, is it? Speaking of which, let's see. Advisors, it says right there. So I have 4 people to choose from. Did I get Jod to do anything? Because now we have Tristan and Octavia doing their stuff. And here in the regions we have nothing, but we do have a project over here for Amiri. So Jod is not doing anything. That would be nice to do. Jod, seriously? Jod is doing something already. He's doing research. He better succeed. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Let's take care of this one over here. Go to the throne room, which is where we are anyway. So let's find out what it is. Casil Aldori. Oh, I remember this guy. We've received a letter from Brevoy concerning Oleg's trading post. I must admit, Lady Jamandi wasn't pleased by your request to surrender jurisdiction over Oleg's trading post to you. The Aldori take matters of allegiance and loyalty very seriously. Nevertheless, I was able to convey your position to and clear the air. I believe I'll be able to persuade the Aldori to not demand a year's worth of Oleg's taxes from you. However, repairing the roads falls entirely on us. We'll repair the roads, of course. Declare we've begun working on the road, that there was no mention of a specific... Oh, right. Oh, that's interesting. We'll bide our time. No, we'll repair the roads. We're rich. I'm rich. I'm fine. My pleasure, Your Grace. The new road will increase trade with Restov, which should profit everyone involved. I say I'm rich, but honestly, the gold balance is very, I think, realistic. You know, a thing like 50,000 gold probably wouldn't keep many people fed for the whole year. They ask for a lot of money. It's not like, oh, 5 gold will do me for the year. No, it needs a lot more, and I think that's realistic. A young dwarf in worn-out clothes shows you a scroll of fine paper with an expensive seal. He speaks ceremoniously like a herald.
Greetings! My name is Dragon Wardardash. I come to you, Your Grace, with a request, or to be precise, to receive compensation. The Road of Shields used to run through your lands. It was built, among others, by my ancestors, among others, members of the noble Waradash clan. This means they still own it, even though they were driven from these lands. According to all law, if a bandit takes my father's house and kills him, the house still belongs to me. So I've come for what's mine. Here, take a look. The scroll contains a list of expenses for building the Road of Shields, the cost of laying the stone, draining, cutting fire breaks, and so on. You and your people have lived for a long time on lands that lawfully belong to my people, making free use of the fruits of someone else's labor. Would you now please pay for the work my ancestors did? I, Dragon Waradash, humbly demand compensation for those who are no longer able to collect. I do not ask for gold. It's better that you give me a house with a shop, which will cost
which will cost, I suppose, as much as the sum in the scroll. You see, I'm a blacksmith, and I'm used to earning my living honestly, but I can't work without a shop. As soon as I get what's mine, I'll open the shop right away, and then you'll have at least one decent blacksmith. That's good. My advisors will check your calculations to the digit. Why would I say that? I would just say, please wait a little while, and then ask. Unfortunately, they already had a great deal to do so as it is. Oh no, that's just basically, yeah, go away. That's not the line I want. You get nothing from me. You think you demand something from me. Hang him. Yeah, fine, I'll do as you ask. The dwarf blinked several times, surprised. You agree? Just like that? Seriously, I never thought I'd meet in this land of thieves. I rule. So honored to. You are truly a worthy ruler. Well then, I guess we'll meet you when you satisfy my petition. My respects. Actually, that is. How do I meet that? I need to look at my quests. I also need to end the episode because we're out of time. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pathfinder Kingmaker. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.